Everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today finally I can bring an update to the garage, and a lot has changed. So even standing just outside now, ignore the really messy garden because that's going to be done soon. We're getting people in to sort that. You can see where the new bricks are. That's the outline of the old garage door. We've got proper, you could say, patio style doors, hanging baskets for a little bit of decoration, and then finally a station clock. So even looking from the outside as well, we've had that's been put into. A fair bit has changed. It still needs painting, of course, but less to do on the outside. Let's go inside and I can finally unveil what has been going on the last month or so. So you join me now inside the garage. I don't know if I still should be calling it a garage really, but yeah, without saying too much, let's just pan around and let the video do the talking. So you can see the conversion has been finished, and we do have some baseboards that have been laid down. Just before we go too much into the layout, which is slowly growing in the room, I suppose we should call it now. What happened with the garage? Basically, the previous from a previous video I did on this, the guy did rob us. He took the money and he ran, and we've had to get it sorted ourselves with better people. So it took about 5 months to get this going again. And we've had, just over the last maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, the electrician came and finished the lighting, which was the final part of the garage conversion. So we now have all sockets are fitted, and spotlights, which I've just got on now. Do have other lights as well, but they're not needed at this time of day. So this is where I do apologise. Maybe I do need to put the other lights on. Just hang on a second. That's better. So that's where the telly's going to be, where that switch is there. That's where the telly's going to be. And then this is going to be the living area, which won't have trains lashed on the windowsills when it is done. But yeah, work in progress. Started to just decorate it with some railway posters. I have loads of them. I need to find the rest of them. So they're going up. Just makes it look a little bit more homely, a little bit more interesting when you come in here. And yeah, so it's been a long time coming. The only downside is the heater, which is there. Wasn't my choice to put the heater there. I was in work, I came home and it was already installed. So I don't know if that's going to pose too many problems when we start to use the layout properly. Is it going to make the wood warp? Is it going to... I don't know. So probably won't be using that too much. But as nice as this place is, and I do love it, I think everyone's here to see the layout, and that's including me. Otherwise we wouldn't have done this in the first place. So taking a look at the layout. So we've got one side of the layout which has been finished already. This is 22 foot by 2 foot wide, so 22 foot long by 2 foot wide. This is going to be the fiddle yard for those who knew Bala, my old layout. This side was the scenic section. However, with the new style of construction where the layout is against the walls, a back seam would cover up the windows, so there's going to be blinds there. And this is going to be the scenic, the fiddle yard. This side here, which is the exact same length as this is going to be the scenic side. Again, it's 22 foot by 2 foot wide. I did want it to be slightly wider, but just getting the materials from B&Q is a nightmare. Yeah, we have used B&Q for everything here, basically. I don't know whether it's because of COVID or with whatever, but none of the timber merchants around here would listen to us, would take any orders unless we left a deposit and came back in weeks and picked the wood up, and we were ready to start on the day. So it was literally B&Q or nothing, so that's what we have done. I've put my Pendolino down here just as a sort of, just to give you some scale of how big the place is. So that is an 8-car Pendolino, which was common on the West Coast Main Line from when they were introduced. They did go up to 9 eventually, and now most of them are 11. But when they did first come into service, they were 8. I do want to make this 9 cars, but even still, should have no problem getting that in a siding on the fiddle yard. Something we couldn't do on the old layout. It was actually too long for every single siding. is nice just to have the models out again. Has been a long time. Anyway, for the layout itself, it's going to have 4 tracks, as you may know, you may not know. This side here needs to be constructed. That's going to be 3 foot wide, purely just so we can get more tracks on a more relaxed curve going around. This end here, which hasn't been constructed either, is going to be 4 foot wide, purely because we want to have a depot that sort of goes around the bend as well, a little bit like Alstom, Edge Hill in Liverpool. The only way we can do that is by having a wider board here, and also because it's wider, we can get to it from both sides here. Obviously, you're going to struggle adding scenery that's 4 foot away from you, but obviously we can come for this board on both sides, whereas here, obviously, we have a wall, so that's what we're doing there. Yeah, I don't really want to talk too much and rabbit away, but yeah, this side is not finished. I will stress that now. That's why it's a mess. This board here is complete. However, these ones are just clamped together, so these aren't screwed in or anything. They're just clamped, and the top board is loose. Maybe getting a little bit more work done on this later, but we will need to pull it out to add the back seam to get the top board fixed. We do need to add another leg as well. So yeah, it's all busy in here. Things are starting to happen, which is great, I guess. It's been a long time coming, and finally I can have a layout that is based on the bits of railway that I love, the West Coast Main Line. So yeah, it has been a bit of a long one for me. Hopefully we'll get better at making these videos soon. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you do have any comments, ideas, any suggestions, do drop me a comment, like the videos, wherever. If you don't want to like them, don't like them. But yeah, great. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.